There we go. Perfect. All right, we're going to start in our writer's notebook, and we're going to be not in the notes side this morning. We'll save that for later. We're going to be in the practice side. So that is the upside down and backward side of our writer's notebook. And in there, we're going to find the entry that we started. Oh, here's the big cheese about Mrs. Crawford. And here is our big cheese about Ari. So yesterday we wrote our intro paragraph. We've got our 3 sentences, our hook. Did you know that Ari is our big cheese this week? We've got our topic sentence. Ari is a 4th grade boy in our class. And we've got our thesis. We are excited to write about Ari's adjectives, verbs, and nouns this week. So we're going to start with our first element in our thesis, which is the adjectives today. Now, some of you have been submitting your typed copies of the paragraphs about Mrs. Crawford. And some of you have remembered to indent, which is the magic button when we're typing is tab. But some of you have forgotten that when we start a new paragraph, we go down to the next line. So you'll notice I don't just indent here after week and start a new paragraph on the same line. When we start a new paragraph, we go down to the next line and then we indent. And you'll see that when you look at books and things. Like if I were to look and just open up Ramona's World, you can see that every time they start a new paragraph, it goes down to the next line and then indents. So that is how you easily see that a new paragraph has begun. So we practice it when we write and we practice it when we type. So keep that in mind as you get to that today. All right. So the first thing we need is a topic sentence for our paragraph. Remember, this paragraph is going to be all about Ari's adjectives. Okay, so can we come up with an topic sentence? So this is going to introduce to our reader that we're going to be talking or telling them about the adjectives of Ari. Any ideas for a topic sentence? To introduce the whole paragraph. It's like the topic of the paragraph. Bobby, do you have a question or do you have topic sentence for our adjective paragraph?
It's a question.
Yes, sir.
I don't have my spiral notebook. I've been looking for it.
Okay, so what can you do to solve your problem?
I can try and find some paper.
Yeah. Then you'll have to just keep them together and hopefully you can find your notebook. Okay. All right. We've got some time to think now. Gabby, do you have an idea for a topic sentence?
Ari is a kind student.
Yes. So this is an adjective that describes him. So I think that's an excellent sentence for us to include as a detail sentence, but I suggest that we come up with a broader sentence to introduce our paragraph. So keep that one in your head, Gabby. Ari is a kind student. Okay, we want to put that as a detail sentence, but not yet. Ari is a kind student. Carolina, do you have an idea for a topic sentence? It's kind of like an umbrella that's going to cover all of these adjectives.
Here are some adjectives about the big cheese Ari.
I love it. So we're going to put these 2 ideas together. Here are, speaking of the big cheese Ari, here he is, the big cheese Ari. Here are some adjectives about, now I'm coming close to my margin, so I'm going to go down to the next line, about our big cheese, comma, Ari. So notice again, I went down to the next line before I indented. And this is a topic sentence. So now your reader knows that this whole paragraph is going to be about adjectives. And it perfectly matches our thesis statement. Oh, we're getting good. All right, now, Gabby, we're ready for your sentence. What was it again? Ari is a kind student. Is that what it was? Yes, Ari is a kind student. Are there any other adjectives that we could combine with kind so that we could put one sentence with two adjectives? Like maybe we could say Ari is a kind and something, one of these other adjectives. Maggie, do you have a good idea?
Kind. Ari is a kind and funny person.
Okay, I love it. Oops, I forgot my period. Ari is a kind and funny person. Period. Ari is kind and funny. So we can check those two off our list of adjectives. All right, we're ready for another sentence. Any ideas for our next sentence using our adjectives? I see Abby. Abby, what you got?
Ari is a fun and respectful student.
I like it. I like how you put the two together, fun and respectful. Okay, now since our last sentence started with Ari, can we start our next sentence with something different? Any ideas on that? Clara?
Okay, so
Let's say it again, Clara, after you unmute. Oh, I cannot hear you. Will you check your little speaker to make sure your microphone's Java? Or maybe unplug your headphones. Sometimes that works. There we go.
the big cheese.
Let's do the big cheese. And was it fun and positive, Abby? Was that what you said?
Fun and respectful.
Fun and respectful. The big cheese is fun and respectful. Period. The big cheese is fun and respectful. We can check those off our list. Fun and respectful. The big cheese is fun and respectful. Julia, do you have a question or do you have an idea for our next sentence?
I have an idea.
I can't wait.
Ari is a positive student.
Great. So we've got, let's think about how we start that sentence. So Carolina, I see your hand up. Maybe you can help. So we've got Ari is kind and funny person. The big cheese is fun and respectful. Can you think of the pronoun that we might use instead of saying Ari again? What's a pronoun? So Ari is a noun, and a pronoun is a little word that we use to replace a noun. Carolina, can you tell us?
He.
He. Okay, tell me your sentence again, Julia. He
is a positive student.
Is a positive student. And then we can check that off our list of adjectives. Okay, so one thing that we can do, because writers are always revising, is we can look for ways to make our writing. We can always look for ways to make our writing better. So all of these sentences are complete. They all have a subject and a verb, and then they all list the adjectives that we brainstormed. But we can even go back and add some more words to make them more interesting. Like I'm thinking of this, he is always positive, right? So being always positive is something special. So maybe we can say he is always, and I'm just going to squeeze it in here. And if I put always, then I might not say a. So maybe he is always positive. Okay. So this is a way that you can revise as you're working. You get your ideas down, and then you can go back and change it up to say, ooh, I think I can make it even better. Okay? And this is our first body paragraph. And this was our topic or intro. I sometimes call it the same thing. Oh, I froze. Body paragraph. So what I just made a note of here is that this is the topic or the intro paragraph, and that this is my body paragraph here, okay? So we have finished 2 paragraphs of our essay. Nice job.